Hi guys, it's Blackie. Okay, today I want to answer a question from one of my followers that he was looking at my recently acquired EDC that I got from William Collins. I'll give you a close-up here in a second. But his question was, with the angles, how hard was it going to be to sharpen? And that's one of the brilliant parts of William's design. Is not hard to sharpen. You sharpen it just like a regular flat knife. I'm about to show you that in a second. But my preferred method of sharpening is actually the round diamond stone. We're going to go into that in a second. I have the large flat diamond stones you pick up like at Harbor Freight. And then I have several other things, but this Viking honing stone, sharpening stone that I got from Wazoo at Exotech and all of that, that's one of my favorites for just an in the field touch up. Okay? But let me show you how this fits up to a stone for the sharpening process. Okay? Okay, here is the EDC. And as you can see, you have this deep section, the tooth, and then this curve here. The question is, are those different angles and therefore difficult to sharpen? And they are not difficult to sharpen at all. Whenever you put the flat stone up there and you lay it down on it, it lays flat all the way. If I lay down here like this, both that hook and that edge are flat. Let me show you up close. I'll try to show you up close. Okay, see when I put it on like that? That edge all the way is in contact. So when I pull, it's going to touch. It's going to cut all the way in one sweeping motion. Now this little hook right here, right there in that little convex corner, you may not get that, but everything else we one continuous edge. So I pick up my diamond hone, I put it like that, and I pull in one long motion, making sure that the edge stays in complete contact with the blade the full length. Do it nice and slow. Add a little pressure and pull nice and slow. Okay? Now I like to use the round diamond hone for this, and there's a sharp pointed end and a fatter end. I usually use the fatter end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the knife, and I want to brace the knife against my knee or something like that. I want to put that flat edge, and I want to do the same job. I want to chase that edge just like that. Nice, long, sweeping strokes. I come up to the hook, and then I go from the hook down. Now I use the back side of it and go straight across that hook. Get that little inner edge. I turn the knife over, and now I pull toward me. Starting at the hook, coming down, starting at the tip, pulling toward me. Nice, continuous flowing edge. Just like that. Letting the diamonds in the metal do the cutting. And you can tell when you start pulling, there's a dragging sensation. But then after a second, that drag goes away. That means that you've actually hooked the edge and cut. Now you got grooves. You see how I'm running my finger backwards against the edge, away from the edge. If there's a burr, if I've rolled up a little lip, now's the time to get rid of it. I take and I pull directly from it. Never run your thumb down the length of an edge. If you've got a polished edge, you slice yourself before you even feel it. I want to roll from the back. Now right here, I've got a little bit. So I'm going to put that up there and just gently pull toward me, like 5 strokes. And I'm going to go to the opposite side, and I'm going to run my finger that way. Make sure I didn't just roll it from one side to the other. If it's doing that, it's rolling from one side to the other, then I will hook and pull. Rather than pushing away from the edge, I'll hook and pull and cut it off. See? So I'll pull toward the edge, just like that. Now this little hook right there does leave a little bit of a thicker point, I guess you'd call it. And so you do have to take care, but I sharpen from here this way and then there that way. And then against it I go with the round rod. So what I recommend for sharpening these is one of these round rods. Now to hone it, I'm going to take my little Viking hone. I'm going to get on the flat edge up here. And I'm going to do the same thing I just talked about. Nice long sweeping. Give me like 5 runs. Turn it over. 5 runs. Nice and easy. 5 runs. All that's doing is polishing that edge. Getting rid of any burr or whatever I have there. Now for doing the long sweep, I'm going to take it up here and I'm going to hold it like this. I'm going to put it at the proper angle. I'm going to push away from me. Nice and easy. Turn it over. Pull it toward me. Always going away from that edge. Now there are those that's going to say you should always go toward an edge or whatever. They're both right. You can sharpen a knife going toward it or coming away from it. The danger in when you've got a really good sharp knife and you're going toward it is the slightest slip and you're going to bump and cut. Pulling away, I start at the critical point and I get safer the farther I pull away. So when I'm teaching people to sharpen a knife, I teach them to go away from the edge rather than toward the edge. Don't be afraid of the design. Don't be afraid of the shape of it. William's already done the hard part for you. Any of these knives, any of the Woodsman's grind knives can be sharpened on a flat stone or with one of these round rods. Any of them can be maintained easily in the field. It gives me so many advantages having these shapes on my blade for draw cuts and hooking and carving and gouging and etc. It's a real advantage to me. And so being able to take it and maintain it in the field is very important to me. So I carry a Viking hone and I carry the round rod in the field. With this I can just touch up my edge. If I've been doing a lot of carving during the edge, when I'm sitting around the fire at night, I'll dress the edge. I'll just touch it up. Usually all I got to do is hone it. Only if I've really had to dull it, and that's not something I do often because I maintain it. I think about it. If I'm sitting here doing a bunch of cutting and everything and I'm ready to take a break, that's time to take a break. Stop a minute, whip out that little thing and hone the knife a little bit while you're taking a break. Don't let it get down to bone dull and then try to bring it back. It's a lot of work. You got to lose a lot of metal. It's better just to use it, take a break, hone it up a little, and go right back. And with that, you got a knife that you're going to maintain the edge a whole lot longer. Hope this gives you some ideas, guys. Please leave any questions or comments. Until next time, I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge, wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.